Are you one of the millions of people born before 1969? If so, there's something important you need to know about your state pension, something that could cost you a hefty £4,300. It's a shocking reality that's affecting countless seniors across the UK, and it's a situation that could be easily overlooked. In today's video, we're diving deep into the state pension crisis, where many of those eligible may be at risk of losing out on vital funds. This could be money you're entitled to, but without the right knowledge, you might miss out. We'll break it all down for you: what's happening, why it matters, and most importantly, what you can do about it before it's too late. The clock is ticking, and it's crucial to act fast. With pensions playing such a critical role in securing your financial future, don't let this oversight slip through the cracks. So, grab a seat and stay tuned. You won't want to miss this crucial information. If you're concerned about your pension or want to make sure you're not missing out on what's rightfully yours, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more important updates, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going and help each other stay informed. Alright, now that you're settled in, let's get straight to the point. If you were born before 1969 and are currently relying on your state pension, you may be in for a huge shock. This issue isn't being talked about nearly enough, and that's why it's so important to have this conversation today. You see, recent changes and miscommunications in the pension system are putting a significant amount of money at risk, up to £4,300 to be exact. Yes, you heard that right. £4,300 could be slipping through your fingers, and it's not something you want to overlook. At first, this might sound a bit far-fetched. After all, you've paid into the system your whole life, and you expect that when it comes time to retire, your pension will be there to support you. But here's the kicker. Due to some complex issues with the way pension payments have been calculated, many people born before 1969 are not getting the full amount they're entitled to. And that £4,300? That's the amount you could be missing out on. It's incredibly frustrating, right? You've worked hard all your life, made your contributions, and you deserve the financial security that comes with that. But for many, that security is being jeopardized by a mix-up in the system that's leaving seniors with less than they should be receiving. And the worst part is, most people don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. Let's break this down a little more so you can understand exactly what's going on. The state pension system is supposed to provide a safety net for people in their retirement years. However, the way that pensions are calculated can be quite complicated. For people born before 1969, the calculation often doesn't account for all the years they worked or the contributions they made. This has led to a situation where, for some, the amount they're receiving doesn't reflect what they should be getting. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. How can this even happen? Well, here's the thing. Pensions aren't just about paying into a system and then receiving an amount based on that. There are various factors that affect how much you get, everything from the number of years you've worked to the specific regulations in place during the time you were paying in. For people born before 1969, these regulations have changed over time, and sometimes your contributions weren't properly recorded or calculated. This is where it gets even more complicated. For many seniors, this has meant that their pension payments are lower than they should be. In some cases, the missed payments add up to a significant sum. The £4,300 that's being mentioned is not some random figure, it's an estimate of the amount people could be missing out on due to these errors in the system. And while that may sound like a lot of money, it's just the tip of the iceberg. The truth is, there are people out there who could be missing out on far more, depending on how long they've been paying into the system and the specific nature of the errors that have occurred. But here's the thing. Just because you may be missing out on money doesn't mean there's nothing you can do about it. In fact, there are steps you can take to make sure you're getting the full amount you're entitled to. The first thing you'll want to do is check your state pension records. The government has a system in place where you can see your pension forecast and how much you're set to receive. This is the first step in figuring out if you're being underpaid. If you discover that there's a shortfall in your pension, especially if it's because of errors or omissions related to the way your contributions have been calculated, the next step is to contact the pension service. They have a dedicated team that handles pension-related queries and can help you sort out any issues. They'll be able to investigate your specific situation and, if necessary, adjust your payments to reflect the correct amount. Now, I know this can all sound a little overwhelming. After all, dealing with pensions isn't exactly something most of us want to spend hours thinking about. But trust me, it's worth taking the time to get it right. Every penny counts, especially when you're in retirement. And £4,300 is no small amount. It could make a huge difference in your quality of life, whether you're using it for day-to-day expenses, putting it toward travel, or simply padding your savings for a rainy day. But it's not just about the money. It's about your peace of mind. No one wants to live with the nagging worry that they're not getting the pension they deserve. The more informed you are, the more confident you'll feel about your financial future. And that's why this video is so important, because many seniors simply don't know about the risks they're facing when it comes to their pensions. So, here's what I'm going to recommend. Take action now. Don't wait for the problem to get worse or hope that it'll magically sort itself out. The sooner you can identify any discrepancies in your pension, the quicker you can get it fixed. And while it may take some time to work through the process, it's better to start sooner rather than later. You've worked hard for your money, and you deserve to get what's rightfully yours. I also want to remind you that this issue doesn't just affect people born before 1969. There are other pension-related concerns out there that you should be aware of, especially as the government continues to make changes to the system. It's important to stay updated on these developments so that you can continue to advocate for yourself and your financial security. Now, let's talk about the broader picture here. This situation with state pensions is part of a larger issue with how pensions are managed in the UK. Over the years, the government has made numerous changes to the system, and many of these changes haven't always been communicated clearly to the people who are affected by them. This lack of transparency has created confusion and frustration, leaving many seniors feeling uncertain about what they're entitled to. But it's not all bad news. The good news is that by staying informed and taking action, you can fight for your rights and ensure you're receiving the full pension you deserve. Whether it's making sure your contributions are properly recorded or seeking assistance from the pension service, there are resources available to help you. And it's not just about protecting your own financial security, it's also about looking out for others. If you know someone who might be affected by this pension crisis, be sure to share this video with them. The more people who are aware of what's going on, the better equipped we'll all be to tackle the issue head-on. So, as we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with a few key takeaways. First, if you were born before 1969, there's a chance that you're at risk of losing out on up to £4,300 in state pension payments. Second, the pension system is complicated, and errors in how your contributions have been calculated could be causing you to receive less than you're entitled to. Third, you don't have to sit back and accept this. There are steps you can take to ensure you're receiving the full pension you deserve. Please, don't let this issue slip through the cracks. Take the time to check your pension records, contact the pension service if you spot any discrepancies, and stay informed about your rights. Your financial security is too important to ignore. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more updates, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. Let's keep this conversation going and help each other navigate the world of state pensions. Thanks for watching and take care.